What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Back from yesterday. Yesterday I recorded a silent shave video for Trismegistus. I was in a rush, so I thought I'd do a silent video. One of my favorite scents. It's a dupe of Tatara de Hermes, if I said that right. And I rocked it to my best friend's wedding. We had a blast. I lost some of my voice, but we had a good time. Today we'll be using Paganini's Violin, because I absolutely love this bass. It's my favorite bass, my #1 bass. Going with a fresh Kai, and since I haven't used this razor in a while, I will be using the Tatara Masamune Nodachi Hybrid. So here we go, loaded, a little bit of overhang, not too bad. But yeah, this is not the star of the show. Hold on, let me get this threading. Cool, torque down, awesome. I love the black one. The star of the show is a brush that's been in the works, a project of mine for what, 5-6 months, since April. It's finally ready. I'm probably one of the first guys to test this knot, so I might make a review for it. We'll see. This is a first impressions. But this is my turn and shave made by Milton himself. Took like 2 months to get it. I wasn't super happy with the knot, so I sent it over to J.R. Reyes. He made the hole bigger. And then I sent that over to Scott at Declaration Grooming many weeks ago. And I had a B9 put in it. And then he came out with a B10. Luckily, I emailed him. Well, I emailed him and luckily he got back to me. And I asked him, can you do a B10? Can you throw that in there? And lo and behold, he got back to me right away. And he threw in a B10 in there, arrived today. And here we are. And this is jelly AF, guys. It's jelly as hell. Let me just give you an idea. So, 1 shake, 2 shakes, 3 shakes, 4 shakes, 5. It's jelly as hell, guys. And it goes deep, like 20% of the knot. It kind of reminds me of my Leonitum bulb. Like, that's how deep the gel goes. But this is way more dense and has a taller loft than the bulb. So this could potentially be my favorite knot. We will see how it goes. And I just wanted to mention really quickly, this is not a samurai. Everyone thinks this is a samurai handle. It's not. This is a samurai handle. So you can see the discrepancies. See how this curves out? And then there's a little bit of curve here. This is a Buck Rogers. I found this more ergonomic. Like it doesn't stab, not stab, but like it doesn't dig into my fingers like this one does. It's just way more ergonomic. And the colors are just phenomenal. Look, there's like a little bit of blue and mocha in there. And you get the turn and shave coin. I absolutely love this brush. I'm gonna be keeping it for a long time. And then let's get into loading. We're gonna do, I guess, 30 seconds because it's a gel. Might not pick up the soap as well. We'll see how it goes. I've used Paganini's Violin on the channel before. I think it was like berries and tea and freshly shaven skin or something. No, freshly showered skin was the scent notes. I don't even remember. But let's see how it goes, guys. I'm pretty excited to try this knot out. I don't think I'm going to use a pre-shave today. No. Okay, what are we at? 30 seconds. I wanted to use this base because it takes a ton of water. So that could really test out the knot. Get a feel for it. All right, let's get into it. All right. Yeah, man, this thing's been in the works since like April. It took forever, dude. But we got it done. Okay. It doesn't really have any brush stink to it. Scott kind of cleans the knots, combs them. He kind of treats it with care. All right, let's get into the splay. Ooh, wow. Okay. This thing is soft, dude. I have to get more water into the knot, just because it's not really like building a lather yet. Here we go. You know what? The tips are just absorbing all the water I'm putting into it. So I'm just gonna throw this on my face, the water, see how that goes. So the backbone so far is very good. That's what happens when you have a dense, tall knot, tall waft. When it's tall, it could be floppy, but when you make it dense, I feel like this lather is taking longer than usual. Like it's so far, normally I'd be ahead of this, but I'm not used to something this jelly. This might be the jelliest knot I've ever used. So we got 1 hair, 2 hairs, which is fine. It's the first use. Okay. This knot is like $30 more than the B9A. Off the bat, guys, this is more jelly than my B5. The B5 knot is super jelly, but this is just on another level. It's the jelliest knot I've ever used, I think, by far. I don't really have a problem with gel. It's just sometimes it's tricky because the knots absorb so much water that you could dry out the soap without realizing it. So you just have to approach it differently. It doesn't pick up soap as well. So you just have to load a bit longer. Stuff like that. So the lather kind of sucks right now. Like I'm working it, but it's the first time. So this happened with my Leonitum. When I first used it, the lather sucked. So what am I gonna do? Should I load more? I'm gonna load it like I hate it. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, because I added a decent amount of water. Lather wasn't really... Okay, there you go. Nice lather right there. Sometimes that first, we got 2 more hairs. There you go. So we're at 4, which I don't have a problem with. It's expected. Oh, there you go. Wow, dude, this is such a soft knot. Holy shit. This might be, I don't know. It might be softer than B6. It's pretty freaking soft. I can't even feel the hair. And it's got better backbone than I thought B6 had. This is going to be a very special knot among many folks. Scott wasn't lying. He said his exact words is, it's like B1, but jellier. And B1 was pretty jelly. I haven't tried B1. Kai Triska has a B1. Okay, we might be lathering for like an hour here. I'm just gonna add a ton of water. See if I can speed things up. Maybe soft heart was a bad idea. Takes a ton of water. It has a pretty good water band, but I wouldn't say the water band is as good as Kaizen. Kaizen, you could use a little bit of water and get by through the shave. Soft heart needs just a little bit more, but it still has a pretty good soft band. Water band. All right, we're just gonna call it for now. So I'll get into the knot more as I start to shave. Got some hairs. I think we're at like 5 or 6 hairs. I'm only mentioning it for reference, so you guys get an idea if you ever get a declaration knot that's brand new. But your mileage may vary. This is one of the smoothest razors I own. Super smooth. So right now it's not rinsing that well, as you can see. It's because it's underhydrated. Yeah, underhydrated. But I had to load like crazy because the lather wasn't really picking up on the first. When you first lather a brush, that tends to happen with me. Don't worry, I'll definitely be using it more on the channel. Yeah, yesterday I used the Paradigm because I wanted a quick shave, zero irritation, and it went pretty well. Can't go wrong with the Masamune though. Can't go wrong. The only thing I haven't tried from Tatara is the Nodachi base plate. I have the Nodachi top cap, the Masamune top cap, the Masamune solid bar, and the open comb Masamune. I don't have the Nodachi base plate or the Nodachi open comb base plate, so I'm missing 2 base plates. But I think I'm like good on trying Tatara's for now. So yeah, this is how much lather we have in the brush. Well, I'm liking it so far. I'm just gonna add a ton of water, see what happens. You will see what happens. Oh dude, this knot's amazing. Yes. Worth the wait. Corey, I think you're gonna like this knot. It's very soft. I can barely feel the hairs. I don't have a B6 on me anymore to try and compare it side by side. I couldn't tell you if it's softer, but it's pretty damn close, guys. It's close. It's very, very soft. It just feels great. You still feel the hairs, just barely, but like just barely. Like I might compare it next to the B5, give you guys an idea, but it won't be really a great comparison because the B5 loft is very short, so it's hard to compare. But I can compare softness. But yeah, this thing is just awesome. So we're gonna lather longer than usual today because it's a new brush. And that's kind of the focus of this video. But this is, I think, softer than B9. Yeah, definitely. Softer than B9 is I would say as soft or softer than B6. Maybe even softer than B5. Those are both very, very soft knots. And this thing is just taking the water. If you guys pre-ordered hollows from Barrister and Mann, you will get to experience this base. And you'll get to see how much water it can really take. I find that I have to load lighter with this base because it just takes a ton of water. Kind of like the same thing with Kaizen. It's like it's way more dense than, I find it more dense than Kaizen. So that's why I prefer it over Kaizen. The slickness is neck and neck. You might be even give Kaizen the advantage when it comes to slickness. I thought the post-shave was comparable, maybe a little bit better in Kaizen. So for me, the difference maker is the density. The density to me is just as important as the slickness. I find that it adds a little bit of protection. But both phenomenal bases. Those are like my top 2 right now. Talbot is also in that top 3 for me. I don't know if you guys notice how fast I'm shaving with this razor. It's that comfortable. Very little blade feel. A lot of people who buy this razor, they don't sell it. You don't see it on BST too often. And if you do, it's probably just the Masamune on its own, which has very little blade feel. A little bit less efficiency than this, so. Personally, I enjoy this more than the Carve. It just works better for me. Everyone's different though. So the card is still very, very good. It's just a difference of opinions at this point. For me, it's a little bit smoother in the carve. The A plate might be smoother than this Masamune, but it's definitely less efficient. So for me, it's a good compromise to have this razor. Okay, then we're gonna do some cleanup. Yeah, so it's got the backbone. It's got the softness. It's just perfect. It's a perfect knot. This might be my favorite knot. It feels more controlled than B9, but this is my first use. It has to break in, give it 5-10 more shaves, and but you know what? When I got the B9, it was only like 4 uses in, and that one already off the bat had bigger splay. I like this display is a little bit more controlled, a little bit tighter, and I don't like when the display is too big. So for me, it's better than B9 in terms of like the knot itself. It's softer. It's just better, in my opinion, to my preferences. So I'm trying to go in depth, even though it's still the first impressions, because I think I'm one of the first people to ever try this knot. Other people have gotten it before me, I'm sure, a couple, but no one's talked about it. So I'm trying to be informative so other people could kind of make their own decisions and decide if it's right for them. Sorry, I lost my voice. Okay. Yeah, but I could buff off residual slickness with this soap all day. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Just feeling here. I was gonna do a straight razor shave today, guys, but I wanted to focus on the knot. I just got it in the mail, I couldn't resist. So tomorrow I'll probably do a straight razor shave. We'll see how that goes. I think I will have better results than I did at the last go around. It's been about 2 weeks, but I still plan to learn it and embrace the process. So I did not give up on that yet, even though it may look like that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, cool. We're BBS, guys. I'm gonna lather again because I need an excuse to use this brush. Yeah, for me the first lather always sucks, but did pretty good in terms of the knot feel. Awesome stuff. Okay, let me rinse. Okay, let me get the alum. So right now I'm using PAA alum for grip. Gives me pretty good grip. Okay. This is like a Kai in its 5th use. I see everyone using the WEC now. Marion, I'm CDB, DK. Who else is using the WEC? I think Dave Card uses it. Yeah, everyone's using the WEC. What's his name? Jeremy, the traveling shaver. I was on that WEC train. Yo, but Jeremy's been using it, pretty sure, for a while. I think I started out with a WEC. It was by a brand called From, with 2 M's. Pretty sure that's a WEC, not 100%. But I did use Persona blades in it. And I used it for many years. But the blades were expensive. And I have really thick, coarse hair, and I wasn't getting as many shaves out of each blade. It was getting way too pricey. Like, coming from cartridges to that, I was just like, I want to save more money. And then lo and behold, I got a freaking DE Chevette. Takes half DE blades. And that was way more economical for me at the time. I probably gotta change this blade out though. It's not cutting as sharply. Not cutting as close. That's what I meant to say. Okay, cool. All right, we're pretty much done. All right, so overview. If I can find my Masamune. We use the Tatara Masamune with the Kai. Trying to clean it. Still underhydrated. And then we used the turn-in shave. Expect to see this on the channel again with Paganini's Violin. If I can find the lid. Here we go. Paganini's. I'm loving this brush. Thank you, JR. Thank you, Milton. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for all 3 of you for making this brush possible. You guys are awesome. I freaking love this brush. Kind of like an early birthday present for me. Freaking love it. Expect more on the channel with this. But that's it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.